Happy Tuesday morning and welcome back to my channel. It's a cold, dreary day here in Ottawa today, and I have to start thinking about what it is that I want to make for dinner tonight. And when that cold, rainy fall weather really starts to roll in, one of the first things that comes to mind for me to make is chili. But you know, I'm also craving pizza at the same time, so I started to think, what if I just threw together a pizza chili instead? So with the help of my Instant Pot and a few fresh ingredients, I hope over the next few minutes in this video, I'm gonna bring this to life and maybe give you some great new dinner ideas.
Mamma mia!
First up, the bell peppers. Bell peppers are a must in nearly everything that I cook, and I intentionally picked up a few of the green ones that had started to over-ripen and change colors. This is a personal preference all the way. I just find the further ripened they are, the more peppery they ultimately become. I like to slice off the sides because it becomes a whole lot easier for seed removal than lopping the top off and trying to gut the interior by hand. This isn't a jack-o'-lantern, so save the pain for that exercise. Halloween's not as far off as you might think. And if you don't believe me, just go ahead and ask my 4-year-old who's changed costumes ideas like 40 times and is convinced tomorrow is Halloween no matter how many times you explain to him. There's still like 35 days to go. When it comes to the peppers, you can dice them as big or small as you want. I personally like a bit of chunkiness in my chilies because it reminds me of me. However, if you've got texture issues, by all means do it smaller. I opted for a red onion today instead of a yellow or a white one, and again, that's just a personal preference thing. I'm an onion guy, and I really like the sharp pungency of red ones. If you prefer something more subtle, go ahead and change as need be. Cooking's all about improvisation, and as always, rules are for suckers. Finally, I harvested a couple of chilies from my garden because I like my chili to have a little bit of heat. Red chili flakes are a standard pizza topping, so these cook down really well and will add to the sauce nicely. This is not a necessary step by any means. That is it for veggie prep. And while this has been going on, I've turned my Instant Pot onto saute and added a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to start with a spoonful of garlic. I keep a jar of the pre-chopped stuff on hand at all times because it's a major time saver when it comes to meal prep. Next, our chopped veggies. We need to cook these down until they're just a little bit soft. This looks about right, so at this stage I'm going to go ahead and add 2 jars of San Marzano crushed tomatoes that I got at Costco. This is the single best tomato sauce base available as far as I'm concerned. San Marzanos are super low in acidity compared to other tomato breeds, and just richer in tomato flavor and has a lot less bitterness. So while any crushed tomatoes would ultimately do, I strongly urge you to follow my lead here. You will not be disappointed. Next, we need some spices. And a little bit of sugar is good to cut out the little bit of acid that's in here. You don't need a lot. Super sweet takes away from the dish, and we're looking for balance. I chopped some fresh thyme that came from my garden, but there's nothing stopping you from using dried ones. I have some Italian seasoning as well, so there's some additional thyme in there, along with all the other good stuff that you see in standard tomato sauces. Finally, some black pepper and some salt, and that should be good. We do need some meat, and while there's a lot of different routes that you can go here, some ground beef or maybe even some pepperoni slices could be good, but I've opted to go with sausage. Those little sausage balls on pizza are always great, so I picked up some Applewood smoked sausage for today. It's a really sweet, smoky addition. I'm just ripping little pieces of them and throwing them in, and they'll cook down directly into the sauce, and that fat renders off and mixes into the base of the sauce for extra flavor. Some people prefer to brown their meat ahead of time, and I've even heard of people washing their meat to get the fat off after browning it. For the love of God, don't do that. You're trading a handful of calories for piles of flavor. This is already a pretty low-cal recipe as it is. Please do it this way. Okay, I'm stirring in the meat, and now let's go ahead and get the lid on and set this for 8 hours on the high slow cook setting. But I'm going to check back on this in a few hours. I don't think it's going to take the full time. It's been a little over 3.5 hours. Let's see how things look. Beautiful. This looks cooked. The meat is hot all the way through, and it's firm. The sauce is super aromatic and has come together. If you wanted it to go a little longer, you could reduce it to low heat and keep on letting it do its thing. Any soups or stews just keep getting better with time, but as it is, I think we're good to go now.
There's some seriously baller level chili between the acid from the tomatoes, the sweetness of both the sugar and the bell peppers. You've got those rich onions. You've got the garlic, the fantastic sausage pieces. It does taste like a pizza topping. And if we wanted to stop right here and have supper, we absolutely could. But I still think we can do a little bit better.
I've covered a cookie sheet with foil and I'm spraying it down with non-stick spray. I also sliced 2 bell peppers in half and gutted them. With these set up, let's stuff them with our sausage pizza chili. Perfect! Now I'm going to slide it into a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. Alright, these are cooked down nicely, and you can see one of the sausage balls rolled away and overcooked up. That's alright. I chopped up a tomato, and I'm going to place it atop the peppers just to give this a little bit of freshness. I want to get some pizza mozzarella now and sprinkle it over the peppers. Then back into the oven on broil for a few minutes until it's browned up. Ladies and gentlemen, these are done. Crustless pizza stuffed peppers. To finish, I'm going to sprinkle it with the Italian zest flavor from Flavor God, not a sponsor. It just adds an extra layer of flavor. Let's go ahead and grab a cross-section shot, as is all the rage on YouTube.
Now this looks like a crustless pizza to me. That rich browned layer of cheese on top really just finalizes the entire dish. These stuffed peppers are to die for. And the absolute best part is that these are a fraction of the calories that you'd get from putting down 2 to 3 slices from your favorite pizza joint. Thank you for taking this very bizarre pizza ride with me today. And guys, if you like these dinner time ideas, do your boy a favor, give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps get these videos viewed by more people, which helps me produce more content for you. Happy dinner time. I'll see you on the next one.